Good morning, good afternoon. Thank you for tuning into the home of Nanny 314. We already know who your talk man is. We're gonna talk about paper registries and standards for the dogs. So we're gonna start off because I have 18 different registries that register dogs, and we are going to talk about what things can be different in the registry, and your dog can be under the same breed. So that's what we're gonna talk about, and that, and how the papers go, and how, if you wanted to, you know stop the person who you bought the dog from name being on everything, and establish your name on the paperwork. So that's a little bit what we're gonna talk about, and we're gonna talk about how we can help ourselves in the dog game. So with that, because I found 18 different registries that you can register your dogs with. So, you know, okay, so look, if your dog was registered with the UKC, right? And they have a standard for their dogs. So that's it. What I'm saying is basically, if they say your dog got to be this height, this color, this weight, you have to you have to follow their standard. But if your dog was registered with the UKC, it'd be different because you have to go under the UKC registry standards. So when people said, if your dog not registered with that kennel club, you don't have to follow their rules. You have to follow the rules that your dog is under. The registry that you register your dog with, the location that your dog paperwork come from, because you don't have to follow UKC, FCI. You have to follow, if you with FCI, you got to follow FCI standard for their dogs. And I realized that it's a misunderstanding when people reading out for standards. It's not being told what registry they don't know what registry other people dogs with. So I realized something. Salute, thank you for getting in. Thank you for getting in the building. Hit that thumb up. But if you know what I'm saying, registering your dog with these kennel clubs, you got to go under their standard. Because I mean, like, I'm realizing that they're changing things, and people saying that they cannot change things. If they was the original people of this standard for this dog, and you going off their standard, if they change the dog to green, it's nothing you can do about what the registry do, because it's the registry rules. So that's why it's the 18 different registries I seen. They don't have all the same standard for their dog. They don't have all the same color codes and height and weight, because they do their registry how they want to do it. They don't do their registry how you want them to do it. They do it for the best behalf of how they doing it. So it's so many. It's so many. I found 18, like 18 of them, from the UKC, the AKC, the ACA, the ACR, the APCA, the APR. It's and I could go on and on of them, because all these different registry registered dogs, and they register dogs how they want to. So if your dog registered with a certain kennel club, you got to go off that. If they let you put green dogs in a standard, can't nobody tell you that your dog is not that. Your dog is registered under their registry as that breed, and that's just how it goes. And we as people cannot change nothing unless we have our own registry. But at the end of the day, I could start a registry today or tomorrow, but what kennel club take it? So you go, people register their dog with kennel club to take other kennel club paperwork, and it's kind of complicated because when you think of everything, either you're gonna follow their standard or you're gonna have a dog without papers. You got it's one way or another. You gonna have to buy by they. I mean, like they not really. It's not really them that caused the problem. It's more the people who registered that wants to be the head of the registry of a registry they don't own. So it's not really the registries because I mean you got to think about it. If it was them, then we would have a problem with them. We don't. I don't have a problem with no registry how they register dogs. It's more breeders who don't like the new because you got to think about some of these was founded in the early 1900s. So in 1900, different breeds came out. Excuse me, different height, different weight. It all came out. Excuse me again, but it all came out for them to have to change it because, like, that's prime example is BMW, Mercedes Benz, Chevy, Dodge, Jeep Cherokee, all them upgrade cars. If you think about the cars that's from 1950, do not look like 2023, but 24. You know they got the new 24s out. So at the end of the day, every registry make their own rules, and if that's where you want to register your dog with, it's nothing that nobody can downfault you on how you register your dog. If you want to register your dog with a registry just started up 20 minutes ago, can't nobody tell you how to register your dog. And if the registry take your dog and the customer that you selling your dogs to doesn't have a problem with it, you winning. You're winning. It's no way that you cannot win in this game without going with you got to go with the taste, you got to go with the movement, you got to go with the stop and the goals, and it's just part of you when you part of you being a breeder or a person that purchased dogs. You got to know what you're looking for and what kind of paperwork you want, because if you don't know what you want, then a person like me, like I I like dogs with bone. I like bones because at the end of the day, dog hops, and the dogs with weaker bones usually, fracture their bones. So I try to deal with dogs with bone. So if they do hop, I don't have to worry about putting a cast on them or a brace on them because that's how I want it. But let me get back to the dog registries. So I realized by looking up 18 different registries and looking them up and looking at their standards that they all have their own standard, and no one actually knocked the other one's standards. See, I thought that when I was searching, I was gonna hear them bad talk each other, but they like, no, that's not our standard, but their standard is what they take. Like, okay, like you got certain stores to say that they don't take a certain kind of credit card, or they don't take cash, they don't give cash back. And it's like with these registries, they actually it's to help us. You know what I'm saying? Like, because you might have a dog that you like, and knowing the standard behind the dog, and someone maybe, years before added something to make the dog more like, okay, so to make the dog more, thicker bone, better mouth, killing kink tails, anything that can actually, you know, that they did. So you have the breed, you have family tree, but the dog comes out a throwback color that they never seen. So then you have this other registry will say, okay, off of the documents you have, we know that that happened. You're not the only person, and they would take the dog under that registry because they are understanding what happened in that time limit because they're keeping up with the time limit. So when you think about it, the American Bully did not in the beginning have a registry, but now they have their own registry because someone came up with the idea to have the registry for the American Bully. You have certain registry that's only for bulldogs. You have certain registry only for certain dogs. And then you have some that you can register any dog. But people say now that they want pictures of the dog sideways. Okay, they're looking at the bone structure. They're looking at the weight. I can see when a person show a picture of their dog if they dog skinny or heavy or fat. And sometimes side pictures and front pictures shows. So the registry is to help the people who wants to take their breeder name because they're going like, okay, so we're gonna say I've been doing my little research and looking at all different breeds, and I realized that certain people want more heavier dogs, and then you have people that want more lighter dog, more smaller dogs, and the registry is to help the people who want to make their dogs more energized, more heavy, more lighter, more sparky, more happy. And that's why they came up with these registries called the working class. Working class for the hyper dog that you put on, that you weight pull or you wide climb or you and then they had a hunt section. That's basically like a hunt such section is like hounds and terriers and a lot of these registries made that so classes of dogs because you got to think about it when the beginning of these dogs they didn't have they didn't have the source to a lot of different dogs because you got to think about it you had to either boat ride to go get the dog or you had to have some kind of source to get the dog. So a lot of dogs did get heavier, but then they found other dogs back in the days that was more smaller, and they bred them together. And when they bred them together, certain registries back in the days did not take the dogs because they didn't never see like you got prime example like that's like me being if I was a St. Louis person say I'm a St. Louis person so me in St. Louis I never go nowhere. Majority of my job is to register dogs at the same time while I'm registering these dogs other people 10 years into putting this dog together and because I never seen the dog and a lot of times registry takes dogs off of how many people know how much fame do the dog have. Like when it like so like Frenchies now they're the highlight. They're the highlight. But a lot of people like the fluffy Frenchies and they like the nice size Frenchies. So the registry has a lot. I believe registries are taking them dogs at the same time because they are the movement with the community. Because if you don't, if they make create new dogs and you're not taking the dogs, and you have a small community of people that deal with the dogs, you're not gonna make that much fun. So that's why a lot of these registries are opening up to bigger things, because what they think is with these registries is this: how the registry go. If the mom is a Frenchie and the mom been a Frenchie from her whole bloodline, her whole creation has been Frenchie for the last 50, 60 years, and then they do something and then they breed the fluffy into it. They still looking at them dogs as Frenchie because they still have the Frenchie look, they still have the Frenchie body structure, the temperament. They just fluffy. They just fluffy. So when you think about these registries, they have a team nowadays that keep up with everything going on. And a lot of times, them teams, they throw their own shows, or sometimes they go to other shows to be able to keep up with what's going on. A lot of times, that's what they do to keep up with what's going on in the dogs. Because when you think about it, me finding 18 different registries, only well, let's let's see. Salute. So when I looked up these 18 different registries, only one only one did not have a C, and that one is the APR, don't have a C in it, but the rest of these must C back in the day must have been a popular, A's and C's must have been the popular letters. Because when you think about these registries, it's eight. Listen, it's 18 different registries and more to register your dog under what it looked like. So if UKC doesn't take the way your dog look, or ACA don't take the way your dog look, or ACR doesn't take away your look, out of them registries, one of these 18 will take your dog the way you look. One of 18 will take your dog weight, height, and color, because they know about it, because no color is really like, okay, Merle's been around for the longest. The tricolor been around for the longest. The brindle color been around for the longest. The blue color been around for the longest. The red color been around for the longest. So if your dog come out them colors, the color has been in the color code for centuries. For centuries, it has been in the color code. Salute, thank you. Hit the thumb up. So the color code has been around for centuries. So you cannot really do nothing to the color code that they don't think. Like, you gotta think about it. They knowing that dogs are gonna come out different colors when you put different color with a dog. They know that. So they know with the family tree and the research that they have in their database, because they always say when you call them, well, hold on, let me look at our stuff and see it. And then if you call another one, they got exactly what you need. They like, okay, now you said, yeah, we have that color right there. You said how much, what to weight? We have that one right there. Um, we have that one right there. And then they go to tell you that, well, we need a picture of your dog We need a picture of your dog, front, back, side to side, to help you. I would never listen. If you want to take your breeder name off your document and start it from your name, because you gotta think about it. If you're gonna be in this game for 10 years, you do not want every time you register your dog for your breeder name to come up. Because if your breeder breed a different way and people complain that the breeder is selling dogs that's this problem, and then the registry have dogs that's really being under your breeder, sometimes that fallbacks on you. That fallbacks on you. That fallbacks on you because you gotta think about it. I'm not saying I'm saying that long as you have the documents of your dog family tree and when did you stop using your breeder name, it's you still have papers and pedigree on your dog. You still have paper pedigree. All you doing is just taking your breeder name off the dog and keeping you listen. That's why you can keep the papers, because the papers and the pedigree says okay, from 1920 to 2000, I'm gonna say 2020, this was the breeder, and then 2021 your name started going with the dogs because you bred on your standard and your dogs. You bred on how you wanted to breed your dogs. And I don't knock them because a lot of times shooky stuff go with breeders, and then a breeder get into it ganking people, and then oh, they like, well, where your cyan dam come from? It came from this person. Woot woot woot. Well, you can tell me, well, so whatever confusion you had with the breeder before me, my paperwork is my dogs under my name, not under the breeder name no more. I had to let the breeder go, and that's just a safety matter when you think about it. Is any way that you can be accomplished for you breeding your dogs, and you always can find a registry that can help you. So if you want to cut your breeder name off your paperwork, that requirement is A1 quick to do. It's not nothing complicated about it. It's nothing complicated about it. It's so many registries. You got to think about it. At the end of the day, a man told me this. You always gonna have the paperwork on your dog, as long as your dog. You can take your breeder name off, lose your paperwork, and off the paperwork that you had before you stopped it, that them numbers is still accurate. They still accurate. They still good to go. So you can always pick them back up if you lose your document. But I would tell you that if you're gonna have papers on your dog, you should put it in a safe place. You should put it in a Ziploc bag if it can fit in there, so it wouldn't have water damage. Because at the end of the day, you can you if you ever want to sell your dog, you'll be able to give somebody a clean document for the stud or the female. That because a lot of people sell their dog, like they sell their dog. They sell full grown female that they had one or two litters, because you can do that. You can do that. Like, the part of the whole thing is These dogs have came a long way. That back in the days, it was 2 or 3 registry you could register your dogs with. To make it up to 18 different registries, even all these not even American registries that is on this paper, because that wasn't it wasn't just that. I when I looked it up and I read down the 18 that I read down, all of them was not US registries. A lot of them was overseas registry, but they registered majority of the same dogs. They had because they had different like weight class, because some dogs like, okay, we're gonna say you got a French bulldog or a King Corso, and they say it max out at 60 pounds, but you all of a sudden have a 75-pound dog. It happens. Sometimes dogs get bigger with mass and bigger with weight, because you always got to think about when you bring the dog, you can have the mother and the father in front of you, right in front of you. But her mother could have been her great grandmother, her grandmother, 15 breeds before she came, had big mass, and it comes back because when you doing genetic genes with dogs, you can always touch somewhere that like I met a breeder one day, told me he wanted this particular colored dog. He was breeding them dogs for over 20 some years, and a person did a breeding and had exactly the puppy he wanted. So it never. Sometimes when you breed these dogs, they don't come out the way you want it to. But it's registries that can help you register the dog until it come out, because I you can mistakes always happen. Mistakes always happen. When I mean mistakes is you might want it your dog to breed with this one particular color, but you couldn't find it, and somebody had a good looking male, and you breed them together, and that's not the color you wanted. But a breed always told me a female dog can be bred 3 times. You can always try 3 different males if you're looking for a certain thing in the dog. If you're looking for the temperament, if you're looking for the color, if you're looking for, because if you ever look at these dogs documents, you'll see the same mother, and then you be like, well, these puppies, this litter was this color, and then these puppies, this litter was a different color. The reason that it was a different color, they had the same mama. It's a lot of times you see dogs that have the same mama and different daddy, because the breeder is searching. Like a lot of time when people breeders, they breed to really try to find something that they want, and then everything after they find what they really want. That's why I don't do like people that tried it before. I don't do like me like using my female for somebody else, or really using my male for somebody else female. Like I really don't want to do that, because if the dog's not on my camp and I'm not there when she has the puppy, because I've heard many stories that you could take the puppy out that I want and tell me it never came, or she had this how many puppies. I gotta go off of your word. And people say, well, you got to deal with people honest and all that, and you got to think about it. This person knowing that they want the same thing I want, and they use my meal, so I would have first. That's why I tell a lot of people, when it comes down to that, when it comes down to breeding your dog with other people's dogs, remember that the best thing is someone who you are real close to, who lives next, like say like your next door neighbor. Say your next door neighbor got the same breed of dog you got the same documents you got. Yeah, because you're gonna know that's your next door neighbor. You know what I'm saying? And your neighbor, you gonna be able to come and see the puppies because your neighbor gonna call you, hey, she had 6 puppies. You up? You can come and see them and y'all can make y'all decision. But when you doing business with people that you really don't know, that's why a lot of people like, well, a stud fee, I like you can stud your mail out, you ain't gotta worry about that. But your mail can have a stud, your stud can have a puppy that you actually been waiting on looking for. So me being me, like I prefer my dogs to breed on my yard if I'm gonna breed them, breed on the yard, rather breed off the yard because I want to be able to pick from each last puppy and don't have to worry about me disappointing nobody or me having a disagreement or because that sometimes that mess up business. That when you bring with other people dogs and y'all was cool and he really wanted the puppy and that's why a lot of times friendship like having kitten partners is not sometimes not good because y'all can have two different thoughts in y'all mind and like a lot of times people go one way and the other go the other way. So I got me and my kid partner. I don't have one, but just using me as an example. Me and my kid partner can buy the same blood, and I want to run my blood this way. He want to run his blood that way. But we kid partners. But at the end of the day, so it don't go out like that. It's a slap in the face, and it's like it's so complicated. Like, but one thing ain't complicated is registering your dog with these registries. I'm gonna say that. That's not that's the it's so many. I counted 18. It's so many. So that's not a bad thing. So if you anybody here that can hear me, if you have a dog and it is registry with a kennel club, and someone say this kennel club, your dog do not fit the standard for this kennel club, your dog not registered under that kennel club. So you don't have to argue or disagree with nobody if your dog is not under that kennel club. That's if they dog under the AKC and my dog's just using the registry, because I'm not gonna say what registry my dog is. Y'all so evil. But if my dog was under any of these other registries and they take my dog color, weight, size, look, why do I my dog's not registered under your dog registry? Under the same thing. So when it comes to these dogs and weird people saying that these dogs are not them dogs, well, if your documents and your pedigree says that's what you have, that's what you have. If the registry take your dog, you're not mislabeling, you're not lying to nobody, you're not misleading nobody, you're not scamming nobody. Because if I'm looking for a particular dog and it come in green and I want it green and you got green, you're not misleading me. You're giving me what I want. You're giving me what I want. You're not getting over on me. You're not scamming. You're not robbing me. If I'm looking for this dog, this mask, this color, and you have it, you are making me a happy customer at the end of the day. And that's what it's about. It's all about the registry your dog under and what they take. It's not about if a person not purchasing your dog or they don't want the papers your dog under. Oh well, you got to come up. Listen, I always learned this at a young age. You got to learn how to hustle your hustle. You got to learn how to work your hustle. If you sell people newspapers, you got to learn how to work that hustle that you make You see, when you come in anything that you come into, you say, like with my business, you say, well, I want to make this how much money. This is the less I'm gonna make. I'm gonna work my fingers down to the bone. I'm gonna work them till I can't work them no more. And you go into the game, and that's what you do. You go into the game to win. You listen. I don't look at no person on YouTube as my competition because my competition is the guy who was in 2023 that was a year younger than because my birthday in 19 more days. So I'm looking at the 39-year-old as my competition. The 40-year-old got to keep up with the 39-year-old. Do you understand where I'm coming from? That's how I look at my competition. I got it. I'm fighting myself because I'm trying to keep up because I'm getting older. So I'm trying to keep up with the younger me. The younger me can be 1 year younger. That's my competition. No man who on an internet or that's not buying dog food or anything that I'm doing for my dog. Because at the end of the day, if my dog gets sick, I have to put out the funds for my dog to see a veterinarian. If I want my dog to have new collars, I have to do it. So at the end of the day, I gotta keep up myself. I can't keep up next man because when you watching another man pocket and worry about another man dog, you lose concentration on what you got in front of you. Salute, hit that thumb up. But I got you at the end of the day. So when you think about it, is my channel is about loving your dog and take care of your dog. I done got many times, but 2024 is a new page. I'm leading the bygones and the problems in last year because this year is our year for the people that love their dog to show out and get out. You understand where I'm coming from? This our year. This our year for people that just love their dog, that people consider curve mommies and curve daddies. And if you want to put your dog on a outfit and put your dog in a purse, 2 thumbs up. I don't have nothing against that. Love your dog. That's the whole goal of it. Because that's what we about. This year we coming out and we coming in and we open up doors. We gonna open up bigger doors and let people know bigger people who on the same page. If I gotta make a movement for us, I am gonna make a movement for 2024 is our year. Us, these people that love their dog. If you don't love your dogs, oh well, guess what? Our dogs being loved, we loving our dogs, we giving our dogs. So at the end of the day, we concentrate on our goals. My goal this year is to be better than I was last year. My goal is to take this dog game and talk about stuff to help people. Like me coming today was actually let people know that you can cut your breeder out and still register your dog. It's registry that you can put your documents from your store on there. Or if you don't have papers, it's registry that will register your dog. That's my thing. I'm going to help anybody that wants to be helped because, hey, it ain't too many hands out there that reach out and get bit by an alligator and still stick it back out there again. You know what I'm saying? See, I listen. I got to fight for me and myself. And I am not in competition. When I say fight myself, that means I'm battling myself from last year. I'm not battling not no more. No more. No more all this me worrying about what a person say at the end of the day about what my dogs is or what my dogs don't got. At the end of the day, I've been hearing it since day one, and I ain't seen nobody put out a fund or a dollar or a nickel to even try to purchase a dog to wonder if it do or it don't. So I was told at a young age, talk is cheap. And talking, listen, only time talking make money if you calling people trying to get money. If you ain't doing that, you wasting your breath. You're wasting your breath because this is the year for greatness. This is the year for movement. This is the year to try to make a goal in your life. This is the year to get up off your behind and get to where you need to get to. That's this the year. This is the year of awesome. This is the year of power. This is the year of love and yourself. This is the year. Because we, as dog people, dog lovers, we should get along. Because they make laws, but we don't get along that we can't even change. We can't change. But because we don't get along, every time we don't help each other out, like me in my state, I tell a person, hey, your dog look like you jumped the gate. I think by now you should start putting the dog on a chain or teaching the dog not to jump the gate. Because in that day, that dog, if that dog get loose and do something, it's a couple people on my street have dogs. Well, they might say, hey, dude right there. So now it makes other dog owners look like we're not taking care of our dogs. We're not doing what we need to do. But at the end of the day, you gotta realize this. All I want people to do is love their dogs. I want them to be able to, because a dog, man, dog is a man best, a woman. No, I used to say dog is a man best friend until I met somebody on the internet and she love her dog. She love her dog. She love her dog. I met a couple of women in different sectors that actually love their dog. And it make me happy because I can hear the joy in their voice when they talk about their dog. Don't matter if it's a little dog, big dog, fluffy dog. You know what I'm saying? They love their dogs. And I get my excitement away. I get my excitement from being in the presence of hearing them talk about their dogs. That's why I get so much excitement from that because dogs is my hobby, but dogs is a friend to me. They are they let me know when somebody around my house. They make sure my kids safe. They are a good tool for people. I be trying to get everybody to have a dog. I ain't lying to you. I be like, you ain't got no dog? You should get a dog. I'm sorry. I'll teach you how to take care of the dog. Do you hear me? Because that's how serious I am with this dog stuff. You know what I'm saying? That I take this, you know what I'm saying, to a thing. But you know what? One thing I have learned how to calm down, and don't trip off a lot of things. So through all of 2023, I learned how to calm down so I could be calm for 2024, and I'm so happy of myself. And I'm so happy the people that helped me. I listen, some people helped me get where I'm at, and I appreciate that. And if you in the building, thank you. I don't want to single people out because I don't know who are in here, but I'm proud because I learned something through the process of 2023. I learned something. I learned that there's people out there that have the same heart for dog that I do, and it made me excited. In the process of that, I learned a lot of people. It's negative. It's negative. It's negative. So, in my process of me being a calm and collect person, I lost a lot of. I'm not gonna say I lost a lot of people, but it was causing stress in my life. So I had to salute, hit that thumb up. I had to let people go, and it was more people that I wanted to, you know what I'm saying? I seen things that I wanted to help. I help people whelp they puppies, tell them what to feed they puppies. And once I gave them the information, they stopped coming to my channel. They stopped reaching out to me. But I didn't get hurt by that, and I didn't get sad about that, because guess what? You learned something that you're gonna take on in your life, that you gotta remember I did. Even though you don't understand, that's my goal. You didn't hurt me. Everybody in your life for a season. Everybody in your life for a season. Even your dog, even your parents is for a season. One day everything has to go. But one thing I did learn through my process is how to realize that it's not the person, it's the dog that's the problem. I learned something from all of the confusion and the hate that I got started because of dogs. So I learned only thing you could do is make sure that dog healthy. Make sure that dog look good with his own camera. Make sure that you're showing your dogs in a good highlight, because that's the problem. So when it's a problem, you stand on the front line. I am not I don't feel that I stand on the front line. I put something that makes me happy. If you're gonna assault my friend, then what you can see my friend, because that's my friend. My dog, I got homeboys, I got brothers, I got cousins. But some days I'll jump in my vehicle and just me and the dog ride. Me and the dog ride. Me and the dog ride. We just riding, and we enjoying ourselves. And I realize that I do more with my dog than some people do with their dogs in a whole 365 days that I do with my dogs in 1 week. 1 week. Walking my dog, playing with the rope with my dog, you know what I'm saying? Just kicking it with the dog, really enjoying my dogs. And my dogs see me when I get up in the morning. My dogs see me because they live in my home. They are part of my household. At the end of the day, I can be sleep hard. The dog ears is not, them dog ears is not, dogs have sensitive ears. So they're gonna hear everything. They're gonna hear everything. When my dogs hear someone and they at the door, oh, I reward them. Good girl, good boy. Because at the end of the day, I never want them to think their alarm system is something I don't like. Now, if you barking for no reason for all, yes, come on, don't do that. But my dog doesn't do that. My dogs only bark when a stranger coming around or someone's knocking on the door. Besides that, you don't never hear my dogs. You wouldn't believe I had dogs unless I put them on camera. And that's just what it is. It's something to enjoy, man. And everybody here, I hope you deworm your dog before it hits summertime, so your dog can get all the weight it can get. But hopefully you do walk your dog when they're over with, because all that weight, that, like, a lot of time people put weight on their dogs for the winter time, and they don't burn the weight out, and the dog has a heat stroke because the dog's so healthy, it's so lazy. Because when wintertime comes, your dogs get lazy. They're not they they don't really want to go outside in the cold unless you have a dog that's bred for a winter dog. Then just these normal standard dog. You guys to be if you're gonna put weight on your you should put weight on your dog through the winter and burn it out through the summer. That will help your dog heart rate. It will help your dog blood circulate. It will help your dog be a healthy dog. I affect my dog. I feed my dogs good anyway, but the working goes lighter because it's cold. It's cold, and the dog really gets cold. If you ever realize when they get cold, your dog curl up and the nose go under. That's really where that dog feel the coldness in the nose. So I don't put my dogs through really like if it's a little if it ain't that cold, then yeah. But if it's like cold, no, no. And I don't walk my dogs if it's cold and it rain, no, because the pores of my dog like that wetness and that coldness, no, because your dog like if you take your dog out and it's wet and it's cold, when he get inside, warm it up, 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 because you guys to warm them dogs back up. Like I know, like I know certain people when they hit winter, they don't buy hay. They bring their dogs in the inside. They set their house up in the summertime. They out summer, spring, but wintertime they bring them in because the t- the temperature drops sometimes so low that what I'm saying. Like people say hay and all that, but if the wind can go through hay or anything else, so it's like, but when you own a lot of dogs, you can't bring them all in, but you got to go out there. Like if you go out there in the winter time and one of your dogs is shaking, bring the dog inside. It's just one dog. That dog might not have that dog bloodstream might not be strong. Like some dogs, how you have a person that's anemic. Some dogs be anemic. Some dogs, like you got to know what what are you putting in. Like when you buy a dog from somebody, a lot of time people buy dogs and they really don't ask the questions like, hey, how do the mom and the dad do wintertime? How do the parents do summertime? And it's people you asking these questions because you have to deal with them seasons that come along. So if winter come, you gotta think about it like, and a lot of times like I've met people that sell Frenchies like, well, the Frenchies I breed can't go out in the summertime because they be happy. They will have a heat stroke. And then you have some people that breed Frenchies and say they Frenchies can be out through the summertime, no problem. So it just you just gotta know. You just gotta know the dog, how the dog bred up. That's why these registries out here, so you can know how your dog bred up. If you so That's just what it is. That's just what it is. It's 18 different registries. So if anybody didn't know, it's 18 different registries. No matter how your dog look, it's one of them will take it. If you want to stop your breeder name on your paperwork, you can sign your dogs up through another registry. Just make sure you keep your documents from their dog old documents, just in case someone wants to purchase a dog and they want to know all the information. But you can do that. You can do that. So don't never let nobody tell you that you gotta stay under the registry that the breeder gave you. You can always use your documents to do your own lane with your own dog. And that's just what it is. That's exactly what it is. I'm not gonna sugarcoat and lie to you and tell you. That you cannot do it. You can do it if you want to do it. If you don't want to do it, I'm not telling you you have to do it. I'm not forcing you into it. What I am forcing you to do is make sure you take care of your dog. If you want to say something, I'm forcing you to do something, I'm forcing you to take care of your dog. I don't care what kind of dog it is. If you got the dog, love the dog. If you love the dog, hey, the dog gonna love you back. How many how many times anybody is here with a dog is most excitement you ever see when your dog meet you at the door and his tail is wagging. Hmm. You know that hey, you know that dog happy. Shoot. Me and my friends tell jokes like, hey, guess what? My woman can make me, I can make my woman mad. She gonna be mad for a week. I can make my dog mad, and 5 seconds later, my dog act like nothing never happened. Hmm. Shit. You ever realize that? That's amazing. Because, but more amazing, that's amazing. But more amazing is how you can learn about these dogs. Because nowadays, when I got on YouTube, I thought people was gonna tell all the information of the APBT, the American Pitbull Terrier. Then I started realizing that it was gaps in the in this knowledge of the dog. I was like, And then when I spoke of it, people like, oh, he don't know what he talking about. He don't know what he talking about. And then it took. I'm not listening. I'm not a Tom Garner fan. I don't own none of Tom Garner dogs. He is not. He is not my guide in the dog game. He's just a normal dog man like me. But shout out to him for speaking about the time limit of a dog that he really don't know nothing about. What I mean by he don't know nothing about is that he really never physically owned one, but he know of it. Just like you can know of something, but you like a prime example, you can know that singer, every song of the singer, but you never ever met the singer in real life. But you know the knowledge about her birthday or his time, and I've been doing my I took off of YouTube, because I take off sometimes. I don't go live or shoot videos because I be doing my little thing, and I realize that it's not too many people like me on the internet, and I got to do this by myself sometimes because sometimes it take people like me, the nobody, as they say, nobody, but I'm somebody because somebody, if I'm nobody, nobody repeat a nobody. They repeat a somebody. You know, you got it. I'm gonna say it again for y'all. A person do not repeat a nobody. They repeat a somebody. So if you got somebody repeat what you say, you're a somebody. You're a somebody because nobody repeats a nobody. If you don't know nobody, you don't repeat them. So you got to pay attention. You got to pay attention to them. Like I pay attention to my dogs. I know, you know. See that's the part of it. Like I was talking to a friend of mine, a nice YouTube person, and she said something that really touched. She was like, "Well, he do that when he happy, but it don't matter because he happy," and that made me happy because she never assaulted her dog. She never said no horse about her dog. And if I could ever breed the dog that she wants, I would actually love for her to own one of my dogs. Like own a dog that I created on my yard. You know what I'm saying? Something that I had this Cayenne the damn of. Because I've met a lot of good people. A lot of good people. A lot of good people on this internet. What a lot of good dog owners. Because a person can be a dog owner and be a mean person, but nice to dogs. So I'm not gonna say that. You know what I'm saying? that's always the case. But I met a lot of people that are excited by dogs and love dogs, from older people to younger people, from man to women, and to me meeting them and them made me want to go more on YouTube, and people saying the things they say, not the negative but the nice things, made me want to keep going on my journey with this YouTube. My goal is to keep on helping people if I can, and as long as I got breath, I can help. Cause I don't have to. A lot of times, I help people out and don't even open up my channel. Don't even open up my channel. I'm on a panel with this person, or I'm in the chat with this person, and they ask me questions, and I answer the questions, and it comes out, it add up. You know what I'm saying? When it's two and two is four, it comes out to the four. So that's what I'm learning. Sometimes at first I thought, oh, I gotta really deal with people who call themselves breeders, but the people I meet, they're not breeders. They are pet owners. I like pet owners. No, I ain't gonna say, because I never had a problem with all breeders. Some breeders, when when breeders put greed over getting to know someone, it always go bad. It always go bad, because you can meet me and I can be cool in the mud. I might down the line have 3 or 4 different dogs off your yard. But when you try to be greed, you know, you know, my mom didn't raise no dummy and my dad didn't raise no dummy. So when you try to get over on me and try to be greed and try to suck me out of my money and try to run game on me, you can't run game on a brother that has been working for himself for many years, who has kids, has a family, has a wife, have dogs to take care of, that has accomplished a lot in life. You can't run game on nobody. Cause I smell crap when you come. When soon as you start talking, I can smell crap. When your words start smelling like your breath, smell like your behind, I know you full of crap. I know it. So this year, no crap, no crap. If you don't want to, if you don't like what I like, stay away from this channel. If I go live, I only have one person in here, and they stay in. If I'm live for an hour, they stay in here an hour. Out of I could say it a million words. They might have learned something out of 2 words. That's good enough for me. That's good enough for me. It's A1 for me. Cause it's a lot of good people out here, and a lot of people who don't get the respect of just being a pet owner. And you know what? I'm gonna start. I'm gonna start doing every week, picking out somebody and rewarding them for being a pet owner. Cause people don't do that. You gotta be somebody who they want you to be. When I see a lot of people who I be want to just tell them like, hey, you make me proud of you. Just being a person that own a dog. Because if it's more people like me and them, when they say that dogs are gonna this, we care. We care what happened. We don't want no harm to happen to our dog. We don't want we want our dogs to be in good health. So we don't do nothing to take the health away from the dog. Like I'm against trying to have your dog be a warrior. You know, because warriors always get put down for some reason. I don't like talking about warriors or none of that, because that made me feel like I'm rewarding ignorance that's actually hurting something. I don't reward ignorance. I reward good pet owners or good breeders or good people. That's what I reward. I reward the people that who got a good shot on their head for these dogs. Because a pet owner that has to get another pet that breeds together usually be the people that sell you a good dog. Cause hey, what are you going? I named the little puppy Tintin. Where are you going with Tintin? You know where you going? But where are you going with Tintin? You know what I'm saying? Like I like people like that. I really, you know, it's amazing. It's amazing to meet pet owners and good breeders. I wish it was more people who knows a good dog man or a good dog woman because you don't have to be a breeder to be considered a dog man or a dog woman. The same the saying of that is basically that you own your pet and you take good care of it. It's not what people all these definitions has been changed to bull crap. Bull crap. Bull crap. It is no, these definitions are being changed that the meaning of words has been changed to fit ignorance. And it shouldn't be. No word should be changed to be to use to be. I put like this. If you using a word incorrect and nobody correct you, that means that tells me that it's no way of correcting you because ignorant is part of the group that you with. Because people agree with words that doesn't make sense. I see it all the time. They say I say words different than I supposed to say it, but I know the meaning of the word. Do you know the meaning of the word that you are correcting? You see, people say, "Well, you speak different than other people." I'm from St. Louis, Missouri. I'm a little country. I'm a little country boy. I'm a little country boy. No, I never stayed on the farm. You know what I'm saying? But when I say country, that means the way I talk is the way I talk, and I can't help it. And I love the way I talk because when I talk about dog, everything come out normal. When I talk about stuff I really like and love and cherish, like my family, my kids, my wife, my mother, my father, my siblings, my nieces, my nephews, my cousins, all my words come out normal. You see how that came out normal? See, one thing I realized, my family is behind me. My wife's behind me in this. My son behind me, my daughter behind me, my cousin behind me, my brothers behind me. And I already had them people behind me before I got on the internet. But then I met more people that was behind me. And I appreciate everybody that ever thumbed up any video of mine. Appreciate it. I wish I can get more thumbs, but hey, people not gonna do that when it comes to when you telling the truth and you speaking on your behalf and what you got going on and you gotta think about it. I take good care of my dogs. My dogs look good, they healthy. And I realized something. When you got hate in your mind, in your eyes, you cannot see nothing that's beautiful in front of you. You can't see nothing that's handsome in front of you. You can't see nothing. When you see negative, all you see is negative. Rather than, what I'm saying, like you being in a platform or being on the internet, being a pain in a community, it's not healthy. It's not healthy. Because I'm not gonna stress myself about nobody dog. Now, if me and you cool and you tell me your dog's sick, oh, and you take your dog to the veterinarian, oh, I'll stay up all night with you. I'll stay up all night with you. But me just stand up all night and me trying to figure out how to assault you or disrespect you or talk about your dog. I ain't got that much energy for that. It ain't that serious. It is not that serious on this internet. And I realized that it is when I went searching my name, my a name that I did not start YouTube with, and I'm saying my government name and my YouTube name together and all these different channels. I sat back and said, dang, they promote me bigger than what I thought I was gonna be. So sometimes when you think you listen, sometimes when you hate, you are actually helping. Cause when you put your time in talking about me and my dog, then you make people say, well, let me go see his dog. Let me see what he about, what he got going on, what is his goal, what is he? I listen. People call me a breeder. I am a dog trainer. If you sit and be around me enough, like other people in different communities on YouTube, they know I'm a dog trainer. They know I'm not a breeder. A breeder will I would have had a litter by now. I would have had I would have been breeding. I am a dog trainer. Anytime you see me with my dog, it is me physically walking or showing you some training. I am not a breeder. I am a dog trainer. I am a dog trainer who took a vacation off of showing because my content was used in the wrong way, and I didn't want to give the ignorance content to screw up real knowledge. I was not at that time. I was not big enough for my words to get out and my voice to get out. Over time, I have made enough people come around to be able to show it, because at the end of the day, I'm not the small YouTuber I was. I am more known. So I'm gonna start going back to showing you guys training videos, and hopefully this time around people will not be taking my content and using it in the wrong way, trying to outshow me and showing people how to go to jail, or learning how for their dog to attack a person. I am not never showing, just like my videos. When I show my dog on the sleep, I show you guys me getting the dog off to sleep without a breaking stick, to show you that I have control over that dog mind. That is the whole point of me showing you guys the training, is to show you that you have to have control over that dog at all times, even when it is going at things like a sleeve or a ball or a toy or a rope. I want to show you that you still supposed to be able to touch and be physically around your dog without the possibility of you being bit by your own dog. That is my goal. I want to show people how to deal with their dog without the responsibility of kids or them or neighbors or strangers being bit. Anything I do is not to teach anyone anything to use to send them to jail. I start seeing people use my content that will send other people to jail, and I did not want that to fall on me. So I stopped and had to think of another way, and waited until I had more people to be able to school, and maybe people matured in the mind, because in my process, yes, I came on YouTube with I don't give a cur attitude, and I realized that wasn't no one pulling up, wasn't nobody was gonna physically do nothing. So I calmed down, and I found a better way to be able to go at my goal without going back and forth with people that doesn't mean a thing to me, that doesn't know nothing about me, never met me, only wanted to do they only wanted to do bids with me, and I didn't want to do it. I had to realize that the goal was to throw me off of my goal because they didn't have a goal. They didn't have no dream. They didn't they took a name from someone and used the name. I took a name and I started from ground zero, ground zero, and took it to be the home of Nanny Dogs 314, aka they call me Nanny Dogs now. My name wasn't Nanny Dog when I got on YouTube. My name was not Nanny Dog. But I took adapt to that name because that name is part of my franchise. That name, the home of Nanny Dog, is a part of my franchise. I have t-shirts, I have a necklace, I have pullovers. We about to bring out something else for the camp. I'm thinking of more things. And after a while, I will be selling things with my logo on it. My logo on it. That's my. I am thinking of a way to be able to give back to the dogs, but at the end of the same day, make me some financial income too. But I do want to be able to help in the process because I know dogs get sick and I know dogs pass away. And at the end of the day, we all need someone to be able to bond with when things like that happen. So that is what my goal is, to stay out of this confusion with these people who don't mean nothing, that doesn't have a goal. I have a goal and I'm going to get to my goal one way or another. Listen, you can get out the road or you can just be a speed bump and I'm just going to go over the speed bump because I'm not going to let no one stop me from going where I'm at. I like the calmness in me. I like the new approach. I think 2024 is gonna be my year because I see myself calm. I see me. I see my goal. I have thoughts in my mind that I'm gonna go with because my thoughts has been leading me the right way. At the end of the day, my thoughts has been leading me the right way. So I'm gonna let y'all go, but I'm gonna let y'all before I go. I'm gonna drop my little know it. I'm G fucking money from that St. Louis thing. I rap many dogs and all they do is say, I'm a warrior nigga. You can't hit me hard enough. You thought you took me down at 916. Now I'm at 904. I ain't even mad. Yeah, I'm rapping about it cause it's very funny. Yeah, I know I did. Yeah, I hurt they fucking feel. Yeah, I did them very wrong. Yeah, I made them feel like they was pussies when they took their tip. Yeah, they be playing games. Yeah, they think they really gangster. Yeah, they think they hurt me, but they really can't stop me. Yeah, I'm the motherfucker that'll bring it to the fucking thing. Bring it to the storefront. Bring it to the front line. Bring it to your soul, nigga. Looking in your eyes while you're coughing up the blood cause your hate was so strong. Yeah, if you ever thinking I'ma run from a pussy, he better come hard, better be the reaper. He better look me in my eyes. Yeah, you better look because I catch you, I'ma look you in your fucking eyes. Yeah, I'm the man in this shit. I can't be tamed in this shit. Did this shit for the niggas who couldn't do this shit. Yeah, my niggas in the pen, my niggas in the grave. The niggas that I know from the blocks of the blocks. Yeah, never played pussy, so you better ask about me. My name ring like a fucking motherfucking bit. Yeah, they call me G fucking money. Never played money game. Always had money. Well, I'm motivated by the money. Yeah, I'm a hustler. First, gotta get it. The grill is the grill, and the meal is the meal. I eat like a fucking monster in the fucking jungle. Everything I break, so I'm searching for you niggas. Yeah. Thank you very much. Hit that thumb up on your way out.